Thank you for being patient. Had to take a little hiatus there. But we're gonna ring in the new year with some real style, some real flair. Boom! Right in your fucking faces, you little nerds. That's what happens when you get in Zelda's way. He doesn't take kindly to that shit. And then lasers. Don't like these laser statues. You can't do a thing to them. They're raw danger. You just can't stop them. You just gotta watch out, hide behind walls. Soon as they spot you, you are done for dinner. So don't even try. Now this desert palace, I gotta say, I don't particularly care for it. It's really not one of my favorites. I like the first one a lot, and then this, I'm not sure exactly why, but it feels very, very small, and, no, we don't need that right now, but at least we know where it is. See, we're learning things, being creative, and we're also learning to take all these pots, because underneath, there's always things. Gotta get things, man. You know, you gotta get the things that are underneath the fucking pots, or else what the fuck are you? What separates you from the animals? Like the bunny rabbit or the wolf. You know? Now we can charge into things and get Sassafras to tell us whatever the fuck he wants. Who cares? Old man just talking about whatever. I don't really care what he has to say. He's boring. He's a tedious old fool. But no, the reason I don't like this dungeon is it feels very compact, and there's a bit of a reason for that, but I don't think it really justifies the way that this stage is built up. Except you can throw shit in these guys' faces, and I will never, ever decline an opportunity to do so. Fucking you dick. At least we have the map, whatever, who cares. I just want to throw things in this guy's face, a big Cyclops man. I like that, that's fun for me. And it's always weird, like, if you go and look up the official artwork of any Legend of Zelda enemies, and they look so fucking weird compared to the sprites. Like, those guys, the guys with the big Cyclops eyes, and by the way, fuck this room. This room has nothing in it. This has absolutely no purpose. There's enemies in it, and it locks you in. That's not something that really happens all that much. Like, you are given the option of going wherever you'd like to go in these games. But that room has nothing in it. There's really no purpose to it. There's no reason for you to go into it. You're exploring, and it's punishing you for exploring, which makes very little sense. Like, here in this room, you get the compass. It's just sitting there. There's no... You don't have to do anything. But when you kill all these enemies, the door opens. Why is it that the compass wasn't up in that room that I just went into? I kill all the enemies to open the door and get the big key in this room. I don't necessarily understand that. I think that's kind of poor design, because this game shouldn't be punishing you for exploration. I mean, I understand that killing enemies and all that, you get items and whatever. That's fine, and yes, you could get into danger if you're not careful, but at the same token, this whole game is about going around and finding what you're supposed to find, and I think that that's kind of dumb to teach in this. Don't even go outside, it's fucking worthless. But I'm just saying, dog, you can't tell me not to explore after the whole gist of the first dungeon is, hey, go look around, go find stuff. By the way, this little section, fucking worthless. It's just up there, it's a little extra thing, I don't know, it's probably just there to make transitioning the screen easier. I don't give a fucking shit. Who cares about any of this garbage? This game is clearly aged poorly, and I really think you guys just really are giving it too much credit. Oh god, it's stupid. No, it's a pretty alright game. I give this 6.5 out of 10.3. But we finally have the Power Glove. There's nothing that can be said about that, so let's simply move on. But I think it's important to note, before we get too much farther on, that the item we just got is constantly equipped like the sword and the shield are, and your clothes are, I guess. Whatever you want to call it, I don't give a fuck. But I imagine they figured that out pretty quickly, that it'd be pretty obnoxious to have to consistently put the Power Glove on, or it'd be a complete waste of your fucking time. Like, it's... You'll see, it would become incredibly tedious with the way that things are set up. Get a fairy, whatever. Now, This is what's unique about this dungeon, is that instead of just going all the way through it, you actually have to leave and go around. Before we do that, though, this shitty vulture, who is supposed to be a harbinger of death, is guiding us to some fucking heart. This idiot vulture has no idea how to even live up to his namesake, and let's give a little demonstration of that power glove. See these green cabbages? You lift them up, and you make that door look all surprised, because you took his teeth out, I guess. I don't know. Zelda's not a very good dentist. Just fucking lifts them with his big, giant muscle arms. We already know where the key is. I've done this enough. Sometimes I'll goof around a little bit, but Jesus, every once in a while, you know what you're doing, and it's like, fuck, I'm not gonna play around. I know how to do this. When I was a kid, I thought these rooms were really hard. Here's all you have to do. Stick your sword out in the direction that one of them is going to come at you. These little tiles here, you're fine. It's easy, don't worry about it. You can run around, you can throw things at them. You can actually hide in the doorway a little bit. However you want to do it. It's all pretty fucking tedious. Those rooms I don't like that much, they just kind of take up your time. Jesus Christ, though, we almost have 999 rupees. And that's the maximum amount of rupees. That's good. But I'm telling you, killing those bagworms, they get you fucking rupees for days. They're stashing it away in their gross, creepy bodies. I like that. Not their bodies, I don't like those as much, but I like that they're stashing things for you. That's pretty cool. And what's this? There's no key. You keep lifting fucking pots, dog. I told you about pots. Why didn't you listen? I told you to fucking do that, Zelda. I guess somebody just didn't feel like fucking listening, but that's fine. It's okay. Fucking asshole. Whatever, we're okay, and we're at this guy, and if you remember correctly, you gotta use arrows to score one right in his fucking big, ugly eye. And we did, we're safe. Now there's nowhere to go, but they give us some magic. That's awful suspect. We must have to light all of these on fire. And see, I think that's kind of like the beginning of this game telling you, hey, pay attention, dipshit, because you're gonna have to start, like, using your items when you see opportunities to. And I actually think that's, I don't know, I thought it was one of the trickier puzzles when I was a baby, but, I mean, it was also stupid. And I'm pretty sure I had a guide, so I can't really give you a very fair interpretation of what confused me, except for the big one, and I'll get to that. And these guys, the Lanimolus, the Langoliers, whatever the fuck they are, I don't give a shit about them because I hate them, because I was so bad at fighting them as a kid. I couldn't tell you why now, because I'm doing okay at them, I guess, but it's like I could never get their hitbox down. These graphics of them fucking going all ape shit in the air, couldn't tell what the fuck was going on, and I don't know how I couldn't guess where the rocks were gonna go. It was always in diagonal patterns. But the ice rod, the only real reason that it's beneficial to get the ice rod now is because it's pretty good against these guys. And really, you don't have to get it, it doesn't matter. You may as well just use the sword. But it's good. It's good to grab. And we got our second pendant. We're looking pretty spiffy. I'm pretty proud of you, Zelda. I don't remember if this is power or wisdom or courage or... oh, this is whatever. I'm getting pretty powerful, I guess. I'd feel a bit remiss if I didn't say that I do like this part. As soon as you use the power glove and walk in, I kind of like that part of the dungeon. The rest of the desert palace really does nothing for me. Let me know what you think. I'm actually kind of curious if I'm making actual points or just kind of muttering incoherently. And keep an eye on that green tablet we saw. We may we'll probably never see it again. Who gives a shit? It's all meaningless. It's fucking awful life. Fuck that guy, we'll talk about him later. I don't give a shit. You gotta lift big green cabbages. As long as they're light green, you can lift them. Pay attention to me, Zelda. I'm trusting you on this. I gave you the information you need about these gloves I just got you. They're very nice, so I mean, keep your fucking big dumb elf ears peeled, okay? Because I've also been kind enough. You may have collected those little rupees, but I'm trusting you with this wallet. Because you did your part in collecting them, and you can't go home yet. There's nobody home for you. So you just need to be an adult and fucking forget about it. We'll go home another day. It's not time to go back to sleep yet, young man. I know you're tired, and you're probably exhausted after fighting sandworms and knights or whatever the fuck. And what do we got on the map? Is there any place? Oh yeah, that place is up there. It's in a castle. That must be the last stage. Okay. Now I got it figured out. This is a short game, I'll tell you. Why do people like these Zelda games? They're so short. Thanks a lot, Konami. I'm fucking Kojima. Just make shitty games. But there's still a little exploration to do. We don't really have time to go to another dungeon, so I feel like now would be a pretty apt time to look around the city of Hyrule and see what's all fucking going on. And just wanted to gather my bearings, because I don't know if you noticed this, man, but I'm not exactly good with directions. I'm regular Zora. I don't know fucking east from north. There's lots of good places to go, and I just kind of go to them sometimes. I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you the fucking thing, but I mean, Zelda knows what he's doing. He jumps into things and gets another heart piece. That's one more to go, and we get a full heart, and I like that. And the heart pieces, I think there are 24 of them, and by I think, I mean I know, but when you say I think, makes you look like you're less of a dork, that you don't actually know, but you know, so that's just for you. You know what I mean? It makes you feel a little safer, eh? Fuck all that. We're doing our best to get through these knights. Very easy enemies, actually. Complete pushover chumps, as they should be, and we have a little detour to take up here. It is actually not up here into the potion shop. And it's not up to that dark cabbage, which we cannot lift, so we'll just have to make do by going forward this way and running into things, but not those guys, because it'll hurt. So run into these instead. I don't know what they are exactly, but they're breakable. I guess they're like piles of cabbages, I don't know. That's fascinating. Fuck you. Who cares about wishes? I got one wish, and it's to kill cucumber men. And I just fulfilled it, motherfucker. You jerk. All of you jerks can just suck some arrow and die. I fucking hate all the enemies in this game. They're all scary and monstrous, and I hate that crab. Fuck him. He can just... Oh, right, I should probably kill them instead of waddling around like a big goof. You have to be careful, they take 2 hearts. I don't know why the goddamn crabs, of all things, take 2 hearts away from you. But, you know, I didn't make this game. I'm not getting paid $20s of dollars to make a little elf man run around with his ears out. I don't fucking know anything about that crap. So instead, we're just walking around the lake, falling in, slashing. I love the fucking sad face the Zoras make when you hit them. They look so goddamn bummed out. It's adorable. It's the fucking one of the best animations there is. Just that sprite completely makes it okay to include those enemies in the game. That is the reason I want to believe they included them in this game. Aside from wanting enemies or something. But fuck all that. I just want stupid, sad-faced lobster monsters instead of anything else. And I think we're taking the wrong path. But more importantly, I just want to keep hitting Zoras, because it makes them sad and they get all frumpy and it's fucking adorable. Watch this, watch this. Look at that! That is fucking hilarious. Like, he just looks like an idiot. He just looks like I ruined his fucking day by hitting him. And that makes them completely worth it. Just that, oh man, oh yeah, this sucks. That face is beautiful. Fucking, you are huge, man. I guess I want some flippers, why not? Oh, 500 rupees! Yeah, that's a steal. Yeah, I'd be happy to. Fuck that. So let's get out of here. you just buy those fucking flippers, Zelda? Those flippers were 500 rupees, Zelda. Oh, good, we can swim. Fantastic. I'm really glad that you can swim now. I could have bought you fucking swim lessons at the Y for about 20 bucks. You selfish little elf bitch. How fucking dare you spend that money on fucking flippers? Oh, we have a piece of heart. Cool. Is that gonna get my fucking money back? I can have 1,000 rupees, and you just blew half of them on some fucking flippy floppies. You worthless piece of human garbage. How dare you? How fucking dare you? I have collected that fucking money for me and you, so that we could have we could throw an item in the nice little pond. I wonder what we could. How about the fucking flippers? You piece of shit! I'm very sorry, ma'am. I didn't know you lived here. I certainly won't drop it again. I didn't mean to cause a ruckus. Thank you, ma'am. That's weird. Can we throw anything else in there? Alright, let's try the boomerang. Let's see what's up. Hey there. You're very pretty. Oh, well, thank you! Well, I am honest. I mean, to be fair, I mean, there's only one other person in here. I'd imagine it's pretty clear I'm the one that dropped it, miss. I don't mean to be rude. I mean, that was very nice of you to magic out my boomerang. And what else do we got here? No. Let's try the shield. And by let's try the shield, I mean let's improve the shield, because I already know what's going to happen. Come on, don't fucking play coy with me. And actually, you might be interested to know, if you're an enormous dork, that this is based on a fucking Japanese myth about someone drops an axe that's silver and then asks for a golden one or something. I don't fucking care. For those of you who are interested in Japanese literature, please read The Tale of the Golden Axe by fucking Shigesato Itoi. I don't fucking know who wrote it. Who cares? It probably didn't even happen. I don't think that fucking story about that fairy giving that kid a golden axe is even true. I think that's fucking a bunch of bunk, if you ask me. Probably didn't even happen. What a fucking plot hole. Japan. They don't even get it. They don't know, man. They don't know. But we still have some more exploring to do. There's still more to be done. It ain't just Whistlin' Dixie. We're gonna be getting other stuff aside from our really, really nice pair of flippers. And there's a lot of fucking routes to take, but I'm not gonna take that one. I'm gonna go around the ways a little bit, going around the twist, go down. I ain't even needing consulting the map, dog. There's other stuff to be done instead of just canoodling around. You know, it's wasting my time. I don't know why, but there's this little touch that I just like. The knights coming out of the grass. It doesn't happen that often, but when it does, it's fucking goofy, and I like it. And this is something I didn't show off earlier, because it would have been a fucking waste of time putting money in this greedy little elf boy's hand. But just open up these pots, and you get quite a few rupees. And what do you have to say? Fuck you. How dare you? You strange and wonderful my ass. Oh, wait. East Highland. Maybe you meant over, like, this way. I think is this the lake he means? I don't fucking know. There's actually two areas. I'm not sure which one he's talking about. It might be where we bought these bargain flippers. Or it could be another area which I will see if there is in fact something strange and wonderful. Because, I don't know, he said east, which is kind of generic, considering, like, we're kind of on the western spectrum of the map when we talked to him, so, I don't know, maybe he was fucking not very bright, and maybe whoever put that guy there did not realize that east could also denote just about anything. I mean, granted, if I had the fucking instruction manual, it would probably tell me Lake Hylia is right here, and then I would gauge that and say, oh, okay, it's east. Or if it didn't, I would call the Nintendo helpline, and they'd say, well, what he meant by that was, or they wouldn't know, and they'd just say, oh, fucking, why don't you buy the book, you cheap little brat. I'd say, that's not a very nice thing to say. I'd say, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be in business forever. Then the internet got invented, and I guess helplines really... it didn't work out so hot anymore. Do you think anybody was ever, like, assuming that they could just bank on being a hotline operator for Nintendo? I'd imagine that's probably not a very strong career option. And this is probably one of my favorite characters in the whole game, because you go and talk to him, and he's sleeping. He's like, hey Zelda, I remember you, here's a fucking bottle. I like this guy just knows Zelda, he just knows him. And then just goes back to say he didn't care. But he's just like, hey, you know those bottles? Here's one. Fucking whatever, I'm going back to sleep. This guy just gets it. He knows what's going on, but he's fucking tired. I like him, and he's sleeping under the goddamn bridge. Like, that man is homeless. And he's just... Zelda knows this homeless man, and doesn't even offer him a spot in his bed. I think Zelda is the real villain. I think the poverty in Hyrule is definitely a subject matter that has yet to be tackled, that I really think would add a little spice to this fucking series, you know what I mean? But what do we have here? The Pond of Happiness. Oh, throw some rupees in. Oh, I'd love to throw... No, don't fucking... I told you no. Oh, my happiness has increased by 20! My fury has increased by 1,000! You worthless child! Don't go back there! I just told you not to! Zelda, come on. Stop it. I gave you this with trust that you... Oh, there's gonna be big trouble! You better believe your fucking ass there's gonna be big trouble if you keep fucking throwing my goddamn money into that pond. I worked hard. If I could reach out and strangle you right this instant, you piece of fucking trash, you would be dead. Your blood would be on my hands, and you know that. But you are just being cheeky. I don't know why. I have helped you out, and this is how you repay me. I hope you're fucking proud of yourself, you little brat. As soon as... Another fairy? Jesus Christ. I'd like to carry more bombs, like... Oh. Well, thank you, ma'am. That was awfully nice of her. You got fucking lucky. Oh, like, I mean... Could she do that again? I guess 50. I mean, if it makes it so that she gives us more stuff faster, I'll do 50. Fuck it, why not? I'm not spending these anywhere else. And actually, as a matter of course, I want to mention that this is... Realistically, this is where you're going to be putting just about all of your money in this game, is carrying more bombs, carrying more arrows. Personally, right now, I'm more interested in more bombs, but... I mean, granted, now that I've upgraded them, I'm more than likely not going to have to worry about them anymore. And every 100 rupees you throw in, she'll give you another upgrade. For right now, it's just the 5. I mean, you can upgrade more later, but for now, I'm gonna keep upgrading. I want to upgrade maximum. I want to get as many of those as I can, so I'm gonna keep tossing those on, getting as many fucking bombs as possible. I just like bombs. I prefer the bombs to the arrows. That's just how I play, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am the ultimate fool, and this has all been a big joke on me. But I think it's kind of... I wish that you could throw more... I wish you could throw 100 rupees in general, because, I mean, the whole point of coming in here is You know you're throwing 100 rupees in. I wish it gave you... I don't know, like, because you have to go back and charge forward and do this and do that. I kind of just wish it didn't play with it, because I know exactly what I'm coming in here to do, is I'm going to dump a bunch of rupees in the pond, I'm going to get an upgrade to whatever. You really don't need to do this to a certain point. Like, after you have 35 arrows or 25 bombs, you're probably going to be okay for the game. But it's just really a safety precaution, and if you're going for 100%, I guess, I don't know, I guess I'd consider this part of that, but fuck it. I'll carry more bombs, more arrows, why not? Might as well, couldn't hurt. Just a precaution. And you don't have to do it. And speaking of things we don't have to do, I don't have to go to the fucking next dungeon. Because I'm just tired, I've wasted enough money. I've learned my lesson about lending things to little elves. But you take it easy.